Historically, cinema has had a penchant for telling compelling narratives through an established style. It seeks to invest the audience with the trials and tribulations of its protagonists.
At certain points in cinema history, films started gravitating towards realism, whether that looked like fiction trying to portray reality or documentary filmmaking itself.
I don't want to answer those kind of questions.
Realism in films has sought to educate, allow the audience a look into the lives of actual people, or as an expression of social unrest.
Ayatollah Khomeini returns to a country teetering on the brink of civil war.
After the end of the Iranian Revolution in 1979, cinema in Iran transitioned into a period of concerning itself with social and political issues.
One voice in this period in Iranian cinema was Jafar Panahi. Jafar got his start working as first assistant director to none other than Abbas Kiarostami. Getting practical experience working alongside Kiarostami himself, Panahi achieved international recognition with his feature film debut, The White Balloon.
Finding acclaim with theorists and critics, Panahi's films often touched upon themes of humanism, focusing on the lives of children, women, and the impoverished in Iran.
It was in 2010 where Panahi was arrested by Iranian officials alongside his wife, daughter, and friends. Being charged with propaganda against the Iranian government, Panahi was sentenced to 6 years in prison and a 20-year ban from directing, writing, making public appearances, or even leaving Iran for any reason besides medical treatment or making the Hajj pilgrimage.
فقط اونجا گفتن 20 سال ممنوعیت از ساختن هر نوع فیلم، نگفتن بازیگری و خوندن فیلمنامه که جرم نیست.
Awaiting an appeal in 2011, Panahi made his film This Is Not a Film in secret, a documentary in the form of a video diary. Panahi had made this and smuggled it out of Iran in a cake to be shown at Cannes. Defying his ban and continuing in the spirit of cinema, Panahi followed this film with 2013's Closed Curtain and 2015's Taxi.
Winning the Silver Bear for Best Script for Closed Curtain and the Golden Bear for Taxi, Panahi maneuvered his ban by posing these films as documentary while inherently being fiction, a genre in filmmaking aptly called docufiction. Situations that are presented to us as reality are in actuality staged with actors.
Left to be ambiguous, we constantly question as to whether these films are real or fiction. There are no clear revelations in these films, so if one truly had to pass these films off as documentary or educational in some way, it could easily be done.
Featuring Panahi as their leads, these three films continue discussing Panahi's brand of humanism and the socio-political issues in Iran. Featuring Panahi's own friends as well, Panahi takes the time in these films to discuss the unjust treatment he's faced at the hands of the Iranian government.
Ultimately, Panahi gravitated towards metafiction with 2018's Three Faces, featuring Panahi and popular Iranian actress Behnaz Jafari as themselves. This film follows the two as they try to rescue a young girl from her conservative home.
As is expected from Panahi, this film was also shot in a very rough and ready style, with an opening shot on a handheld cell phone. This film sets a further example in Panahi's act of defiance. Screening in competition at Cannes, the film won Best Screenplay and was widely acclaimed by international critics. However, Panahi wasn't able to leave Iran to attend, so his daughter came to deliver his speech and accept the award on his behalf.
Ultimately, Panahi circumvented the laws around his arrest and found subtle and creative ways to continue making his films by whatever means he could, continuing and expressing his artistic voice and sharing his humanist view on life with his audience. Panahi is a filmmaker who can easily be celebrated as an icon and will live on in the archives as one of cinema's greatest auteurs.
فرشه خونه اون دختر است. پیرزنه وارد میشه، از این پله ها پشت دوربین اینجاست، صدای تلفن میاد. با اینکه ناراحت است